So the green flag has gotten things underway. Albert Friend has gotten going as the traditional racing line has been well and truly swept under the bridge like water. And we've got a deluge of it. There is spray, rooster tails everywhere. So there is a drama. Rory Armstrong has come to an abrupt halt. And that would have been between turns 2 and 3 as the field makes its way, trying to make as much use as the differing racing lines. Vic van Kampenhout makes his way through on Felipe Perez, going through into turn number 10. Now through 11, into 12. Vic van Kampenhout finding grip on the outside line. As the drivers make their way through the penultimate corner at turn number 13. These conditions are going to be tricky for all the drivers over the next 9 3/4 minutes. But at the moment, Cole Denham leads the way. Second, Vic van Kampenhout, who started 6th, but now Felipe Perez up the inside. Look at the marbling on the outside of the circuit. Even if they go through it, they're still going to get pick up on their tyres. There's, oh no! Off the circuit, there was Vic van Kampenhout who's lost it. And there is also the 102. That is Emilian Bull from the UAE. And that was coming through turn number 1. The conditions have been absolutely treacherous. So at the moment, it is Cole Denham. Second is Felipe Perez, but Denny Babacek looks to the inside through turn number 7. So does Lars Lambers. It's not been an easy one for the drivers at this moment. It is effectively like virtually an ice rink out there. So at the moment, Cole Denham leads the way. Vic van Kampenhout was in second. He went off the track at turn 2. Felipe Perez in second, but he's got Denny Babacek right on his back bumper, looking up the inside through turn 13. The Czech Republic driver can't get through, and Felipe Perez for the moment remains in second position. Cole Denham did have nearly a second lead. That lead now expands to nearly 1.3. Christian Sejersen and Maxim Bobrishov going side by side out of turn number 1. The 131 from George Gibbons Motorsport up the inside, gets through on the Dane. That is now, well, he's just drifted wide and Sejersen back through. Lambers looking up the inside of the 131. He's going to get through. He's going to get 2 for the price of 1. Is Lars Lambers through? Yes, he is. Lambers is through. Uses the curbing nicely. Bobrishov goes out wide through turn 5. And whilst this has all been happening, Vic van Kampenhout might be out of the race. Emilian Bull out of the race. Rory Armstrong out. Miko Schwers out. Albert Friend rounding out the 20 that are still circulating. Jacob Ashcroft, who started down on the penultimate row along with Oliver Warner. Ashcroft now is 7th. Oliver Warner now 13th. Still a lot of this race left to go. I've just spotted Jacob Ashcroft. As Lars Lambers going to go side by side with Felipe Perez. Can't get through, going over the crest. And now Ashcroft up into 6th past Maxim Bobrishov. Squabble for second was nearly 3 wide coming out of turn 1. Up the inside goes Lars Lambers on Felipe Perez, gets through. Babacek wide out of turn 3, nearly sideways was the Czech driver. And Christian Sejersen has got Jacob Ashcroft to the inside of the 122 from Western Supermare is through. Babacek wide through turn 5. Lambers gets through. And Cole Denham is 1.8 seconds up the road. That could be north of 2 seconds. This is going to be interesting because Jacob Ashcroft, if he gets through as Lars Lambers drifts wide through the exit of turn 8, Babacek back through into second position with just over 6 minutes on the clock. Felipe Perez gets overtaken through turn 10 by Jacob Ashcroft, who now gets through into second, past Denny Babacek, past Lars Lambers, and that is 19 positions gained by Jacob Ashcroft. Up into P2 goes the 122 from Western Supermare. Now he's got clean air. Now he can go after Cole Denham. Lars Lambers looks up the inside through turn 1 on Denny Babacek, who gets the switchback. Babacek has the inside line running into turn 2, but Lars Lambers says, no, you don't. Ashcroft runs wide through turn 2, but gets a nice carry of momentum into turn number 3, through into turn number 4, and he stays ahead for the meantime. Cole Denham's lead is now nearly 2.1 seconds and climbing. So what Ashcroft and Lambers have to do is to try and start catching Cole Denham. With 5 minutes still left on the timer, plus an additional lap, it is going to be very, very crucial what happens now. Ashcroft has now pulled away to the tune of about 2 to 3 kart lengths ahead of Lars Lambers, who takes a very different line through turn 10, the traditional racing line, as Ashcroft is using the outside of corners to really help to rotate the kart through the corner. But through turn 12, he uses the curbing. Lambers looks up the inside of Ashcroft, but Ashcroft had the momentum carry around the outside through turn 13. Lap number 5 completed. Cole Denham's lead now is 1.5 seconds. And Lambers now gets his way through on Jacob Ashcroft for second position. But you can bet your bottom dollar that Jacob Ashcroft will not take that one lying down. He's through on the inside. He has a slight sidewall glance with Lars Lambers, but it wasn't too significant, so he gets through for second. So at the moment, with 3 minutes and 39 seconds still to go, Cole Denham leads the way. Jacob Ashcroft in second. Lars Lambers, Christian Sejersen, Denny Babacek, Felipe Reyes, Maxim Bobrishov, Isaac Barker, Jakub Kubera. Jack Freeman completes the top 10 ahead of Nikita Lubimov. Albert Friend, who started from the inside of the tyre barriers just off of the start-finish straight. Tom Reed, Lucas Dorder, Konstantinos Kandelidis, Kieran Stewart, Bran van der Weken, Amelie Davey, Oliver Warner and Lieke van Berkel round out the 20 strong that are still running. Miko Schweers didn't get started off of the line. Rory Armstrong out on the opening lap and Emilian Bull out a lap later. Vic van Kampenhout went out spinning backwards into turn number 2 on the second lap of the race. So with 2 minutes and 20 still to go, the lead between first and second position at this moment stands at just over 1 second, but that is coming down significantly. Jacob Ashcroft and Lars Lambers, they might be battling, but they are in fact closing in on the driver in front. Cole Denham now has to watch what happens. Well, it's a bit close for the left rear of the 162, nearly touching the grass on the outskirts of turn number 13. So the gap was 1 second. It is now 4.37 tenths. Lars Lambers in third. Christian Sejersen, Denny Babacek, Felipe Reyes, Maxim Bobrishov round out the top 7. Jakub Kubera as oh, there's Lieke van Berkel. She's stationary and stuck in the grass. Unfortunately, no longer taking any further participation in the final. Real shame for the young Dutch lady. She did a fantastic job, and there's the move. Is it going to be a change for the lead? It nearly was. So Ashcroft had to back out because there would have been yellow flags out there. Now through turn 7, Ashcroft on the tighter traditional racing line. Gets through to take the race lead with just 65 seconds to go. Cole Denham bumps over the curbs through into turn number 8. And has to slot in behind the 122. now through into turn number 10. They can start overtaking when the next marshal post waves green. And now Ashcroft will have 2 laps to go. Cole Denham sweeps wide. That opens the door for Lars Lambers, who uses the inside curbing. However, he doesn't manage to get through. So 2 laps to go. Jacob Ashcroft leads. Cole Denham second. Lars Lambers third. Fourth. What a showing from Christian Sejersen from Denmark. Qualified P8. He's now P4. Denny Babacek in 5th position. Philippe Perez. Maxim Bobrishov. Jakub Kubera, Jack Freeman, and Nikita Lubimov. Lubimov started all the way down in 16th. Now rounds out the top 10. Timer now expires as the leaders make their way out of turn 5. And into turn 6. And Ashcroft and Denham are nose to tail heading into turn 7. Both take the traditional racing line, as does third place driver Lars Lambers. Timer has now expired. We'll have one more lap to go after this. It's been an absolutely topsy-turvy weekend in the Micromax class. And we have got 2 tickets to give away for the Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy after this weekend, which will take place at the Le Mans Karting International Circuit in coming towards the end of the month. 3 weeks' time, folks. 3 weeks' time until the International Trophy. But we have one final lap to go in Minimax. Ashcroft looks over his right shoulder. Has Cole Denham behind him by about close to half a second. Lambers in third. Denham closes up on Ashcroft going through into turn 1. Sweeps wide through 2 and into 3. Hits the curbs. The back end steps out to the left-hand side. But he doesn't really lose too much momentum, does the youngster. And now Ashcroft sees that there is daylight at the end of the tunnel. Having started, now this reminds me, Barry Ashcroft, remember the Bambino Kart Club Winter Cup at Wilton Mill one particular year? Had a chain fail in the pre-final, started from the back of the grid. It's a repeat of this one, only it's in wet weather conditions, not the night time. Because through into turn 10 for the final time. Now 3 more corners to go, including this one coming up. Jacob Ashcroft from 21st on the grid. He was the standout performer at Karting Genk. He's had a difficult pre-final earlier on today, but he's going to cap off the weekend as he should do, as Ashcroft powers across the line and he celebrates. He wins the final. It's a Dan Holland Racing 1-2 courtesy of Cole Denham. Both drivers absolutely jubilant after that display. Lars Lambers rounds out the top 3 in the final. Head of Christian Sejersen, Denny Babacek rounds out the top 5. Maxim Bobrishov, Jack Freeman, Jakub Kubera, Isaac Barker. They complete the top 10. Nikita Lubimov rounds out the top 11 ahead of Albert Friend, Tom Reed, Oliver Warner, Kieran Stewart, Bran van der Weken. Oliver Warner, Bran van der Weken, Kieran Stewart, they round out the top 16. Konstantinos Kandelidis, Lucas Stoddard, and Guernsey's Amelie Davey rounds out the 19 that finished. Unfortunately, we had retirements from Lieke van Berkel on lap 6, Vic van Kampenhout and Emilian Bull on lap 2, and Rory Armstrong didn't make it past turn 2 on lap 1. Nico Schwiers didn't make it to the start at all.